It was a cold December night. New Year's Eve had coincidentally fallen on Friday the 13th. The old, abandoned mansion outside the town was about to come alive once again. According to legend, exactly 100 years ago, on this same date, a great tragedy had taken place in that mansion. The owner of the mansion, wealthy businessman Victor Hemlock, had mysteriously died. It was said that he had fallen from the mansion's tower after the New Year's party. The story claimed that Victor's spirit returned every New Year's Eve that fell on Friday the 13th. The locals were so frightened that they wouldn't even go near the mansion. However, a group of young and adventurous university students saw this legend as an opportunity. Jennifer, Mike, Emily, and Chris decided to visit the mansion, both for a night full of thrills and to gain attention on social media. Around midnight, they arrived at the front of the mansion in their car. The building loomed in the dark like a giant shadow. Its roof had caved in, its windows were blackened, and its walls were covered in moss. As they entered, they were greeted by the rotting smell of dark corridors and old furniture. Emily lit a flashlight and illuminated the surroundings with a dim beam. The ceiling decorations were filled with worn-out Christmas ornaments. When the clock struck midnight, the candelabras in the grand hall suddenly started lighting up one by one. The group froze, looking at each other in shock. Suddenly, the temperature in the room began to drop. Their breaths were now visible as vapor. Emily's trembling hand held the flashlight tightly. When she directed the light toward the corner of the room, she saw the silhouette of a tall man standing there. The man's eyes were blood red, and his face resembled a shattered mask. "Welcome," he said in a deep, hoarse voice. Jennifer screamed as she tried to open the door, only to hear a voice whispering in her ear, "You will all stay here tonight. Victor's revenge is not yet complete." At that moment, the clock struck exactly 12:13. The group suddenly found themselves in the mansion's garden. However, none of them could speak or move anymore. Their eyes were as frozen as their souls. The next day, the townspeople passing by the mansion saw 4 different Christmas stockings hanging at the entrance. Each had a name embroidered on it: Jennifer, Mike, Emily, and Chris. A new legend had begun. On New Year's Eve that fell on Friday the 13th, Victor Hemlock would continue to choose his next victims.